Welcome to this video. So last night I had this idea to do like monthly recovery updates because I was sort of sitting last night thinking back over the month and like how much has changed, because I find like to look on a day-to-day basis it's really difficult to see any change, but if you kind of look back like over like a month or even longer, you can sort of see what's changed. So it'd be kind of nice to keep track of it. And like, I know people keep saying journaling is a really good thing to do, but I've tried journaling. Like I was journaling for about a year, and I don't know, like, well, I think this is just me, because like, even though, you know, most people think I'm quite a positive person, when it came to journaling, like, it was just so depressing, you know. I just sort of like let rip of how shite I was feeling and how miserable I was, and you know, like it's good to like get that out and stuff on paper, but at the same time, you know, I'd be like writing, like crying, being like, my life is so terrible. I don't know, it didn't really help me. I think now I'm at the stage where there's more good things than bad things, so hopefully I can do these videos month by month and sort of like use it as a time to reflect back on like what has changed and what I've been trying. And so I'm gonna try my best to keep it under 10 minutes. Hey Siri, time 10 minutes. Hey Siri. So just reflecting back on October, I would say this month has by far been the best month for me. I've had like so many, like, you know, as recovery is like definitely not linear, but yeah, so much has changed this month. So this is my third full month back to work. I took a full year off work, and like, I love my job. I work as an animator making cartoons, and like, I love it. But when I was on my last job, and I got sick on that job, like, it was just horrendous, because like, I worked until I physically could not work anymore, and like, I would be sitting, because we were working from home then, I'd be sitting on the computer working, and then like half an hour later I would just like collapse on the floor, lie just staring at the ceiling, being like, I can't move. It was just horrendous. And like, you know, I just kept thinking, every time I thought about going back to work, I just kept thinking about that time, and I thought, like, am I ever going to be able to go back to work? And when I did go back to work, it was like, it was so scary, because I didn't feel ready. Like, I don't think I would have ever felt ready. And like, the first month was really flipping difficult. You know, I was like, have I done the wrong thing? Am I gonna get really sick again? And yeah, it was really challenging. But now, like, things are really settled, and it's actually been helping me so much, I think, because like, I'm the sort of person, like, I just, you know, when I get something in my head, like researching, you know, like viruses, post-viral fatigue and chronic fatigue and all this, like, I was doing that constantly. And like, going back to work, it took my mind out of recovery, and I just fell in love with it again. Like, I just absolutely love animating, and I just got my passion back for it, and realised that, you know, work doesn't mean being sick. I think I kind of like, you know, connected those because I had got so sick while working. So yeah, so that's been like an amazing thing this month, to just be settled in work. I'm really enjoying it. And another amazing thing that happened in October was I completed a 10-kilometer hike. Woo, woo, woo. Like, I've been pacing walks for like so long now, so going out and doing a walk, and then the next time adding like a little tiny bit more on, and like so on. So I was so happy with that. And then I also started this month doing Couch to 5K, which is an app to basically get you from doing no running to being able to run 5 kilometers. I have to say though, like, I have made so many attempts to get back into running, a ridiculous amount of attempts. You know, like I'd rest for so long and then I'd pace myself back walking, then I'd start running very like maybe like 1 minute of running, and then, you know, I'd keep working on that, keep building on that, and then I'd crash. And then I'd go all the way back to starting to walk again, and I was just, oh, it was just, the cycle is just horrendous. If you're watching this video, you probably understand that cycle. And I just could not do it. But because things have been going so well, and like I said to myself, I'm not doing anything until I can walk 10 kilometers, because I need to walk before I can run. Like literally, as soon as I did that 10 kilometers, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have some fun. I'm gonna do what I really want to do, which is running. And that's been going well. Like, I'm taking it slower than the app says to do, but it's going well, and like I get so much out of it. So I'm just determined to make this the last time I attempt to get back into running, because I don't want to crash and go back to the start, because I've had enough of it. What else has happened in October? Ooh, I started driving again, which is like really exciting, because like there was no way I was gonna get behind the wheel of a car like these past couple of years. Like, I just like, even just walking in a straight line, I mean, like with the brain fog and the fatigue, like I would have just flipping driven into a wall or something. So like I didn't even consider it for so long. And it was my birthday last month. I turned 30, and I just thought, you know what? I think I'm ready to start driving. And it's been like years since I've driven a car, so I had to go back to a car park, and like I couldn't really hardly remember how to drive, but it came back to me. Another thing this month, I started the Hope Boat channel, which actually, like, I can't believe how stressed I got putting out the first video. I like lost so much sleep over it, and I started thinking like, oh no, like, because like chronic illness obviously is a really sensitive topic to talk about, because, you know, lives get destroyed, literally destroyed through these things, and you know, it can be a touchy subject. So like, you know, when I put that video out, I was thinking, oh no, it's like, am I gonna get loads of people being like who do you think you are talking about this and all this? But I don't know. And then I started worrying, thinking, am I gonna burn myself out doing this and like defeat the purpose of the whole thing? But yeah, no, I think I'm really looking forward to just putting stuff out there. And like I have a massive growing list of videos I want to make. Like I keep a Google Doc, and I keep like, you know, waking up and like, oh, I could do a video on this. Like last night I was thinking, oh, I could do like monthly recaps, and that'll be a cool way to like track progress. And but yeah, I think I just need to, like with everything, like pace myself with it. I'm thinking like I want to do like a video a week. It might end up being a video every 2 weeks, but we'll see how that goes. Another thing I did this month that I do not recommend, I remembered how bad stress can be for your health, because I started watching Squid Game, which, flip me, like, it's so good, but I don't think I've ever been so stressed watching something. Like, you know, my watch tracks my heart rate, and my heart rate went up to 133 watching Squid Game. Like, that's no joke. So it just sort of reminded me, like, you know, how stresses like can affect your body. I had terrible sleep when I was watching it, because I kept having nightmares, but like it is good, but yeah, I should probably watch something with puppies and nice things to like calm my mind at night. Also unrelated, Amber got a haircut and like somehow came back bigger than she left, no idea how that happened. It was like they give her extensions or something, so she's literally like a big cloud. And also this month I went kayaking. Annoyingly, like I did crash a little bit after, and I felt really crap, like probably like the day and the next day, I think about 2 days after it, which I was kind of like, ugh, because, you know, no matter how many times you sort of crash and come back and crash and come back, like it's still every time I'm just like, this again. But I do think it was like, I definitely got too cold. Like I didn't need to, you know, be in the water and all that, but I was just enjoying it. So yeah, I think it was worth it. I also had an appointment with my Optimum Health Clinic practitioner this month. I've been doing like a sort of like co-infections protocol for like, must be like nearly a year now. These things take a long time to sort out. So like I've been taking like a load of like antimicrobials and like just like all these different like drops and powders and all sorts, because that was like kind of the root cause of a lot of my issues, was the infections that I've had, and like ongoing chronic infections. And so because that's been going so well, she has started me on a new mitochondrial support supplement. So I'm really interested to see how that goes. If you don't know about mitochondria, I'm going to try and summarize it, but I might not do this very well. So basically that's like the part of the cell that produces energy, and it produces ATP, and like the ATP constantly gets recycled to give you energy. But if you're like chronically fatigued, that cycle can be broken. Basically, like this supplement is like raw ingredients to help boost that. I might have explained that like totally wrong, but that's the general sort of like idea about it. Like I recommend Sarah Myhill's book. She talks all about mitochondria in her book. Or like a sort of more like nice digestible explanation would be in Alex Howard's book, what's it called, Decode Your Fatigue. I'm reading that at the moment, it's brilliant. But yeah, I think that's about it. Randomly as well, like I just like got this weird lump on my neck. Brace yourself for a graphic image. Which like it made me realize that like I have been so used to suffering for the past couple of years that, you know, I completely just played it down, like, you know, it's just another thing. And like I do a lot of like NLP stuff with symptoms to try and sort of disconnect myself from, you know, feeling them. So like I was doing that, and then it was so painful that like my whole neck, my shoulders, my head, like everything was so painful. Like even just turning, like it is still a bit sore now, like this was only last week. Like it was really painful, and you know, I thought this isn't the same thing, I should probably like, you know, do something about this. So yeah, like I did speak to a doctor, but it's all like phone call consultations at the moment. So I sent her a photo, and she said it was like a infected cyst and that I would need antibiotics, which like I don't want to take any more antibiotics. If necessary, absolutely. But like, you know, because I've been working on like building up my gut health for like flipping the past like 2 years. I just didn't want to take them, so she is letting me try an antibiotic cream and has given me 4 days, and if that doesn't help, then I will take antibiotics. Like if it comes down to it, you know, I'll do it, but if it's avoidable, then that's what I'll do. So just another thing. I'm like, have I not suffered enough? Now I have a flippin', it literally looks like a boob on my neck. Like I have a boob on my neck. So that sucks, but yeah. But everything else is going pretty good this month. Last night actually, I went out for a work night out, and which is like always exciting because, you know, like the past couple of years, like I've been so antisocial. Like obviously everyone has, but I mean, like, you know, even just meeting a friend in the park or for coffee, like I'd be so exhausted after it that I would have to go in, lie down, and like that would be my day ruined, and my next day ruined, possibly the day after that. And like last night, to go out with like maybe like 15 people and be out for, you know, I was out for a good 4 hours, and I had a glass of wine. And like, see, when it comes to like diet and stuff like that, you know, I'm so strict. Like I'm like, none of this 80-20 approach. Like I'm like 100% dedicated, like no gluten, no dairy, no alcohol, all this. But like, I think now in the later stages of recovery, I'm sort of realizing that it's not a bad thing to have a break, you know. I enjoyed that glass of wine so much, and I just had a good time. And like I'm pretty tired today, like you can probably tell. But like also, like, you know, my dog like crawled in bed with me at 8:30 this morning and started snoring. So my SD card just ran out of space there, so I'm not sure how far I got there with that probably rant about glasses of wine and stuff. But yeah, so just one last thing that happened in October. This is like absolutely massive, but I've booked to go snowboarding in Andorra in like over the new year for 8 days. So, you know, I'm having to use all my like stuff that I learned on the 90-day plan at the Optimum Health Clinic to not get myself really in a stress state over it. Because if I sit and I think about it and I start thinking, oh no, like what if it's too much? Like, you know, what if I'm not ready? You know, what if I crash and then I've lost all the money? What if I can't go? Like, you know, snowball thinking and mental tennis, as it's called. If I start doing that, the chances are like those things will happen. Whereas like if I just think, you know, the way I see it is like, this is a really nice hotel. It's got flipping jacuzzis and like spa and stuff. So like worst case scenario, I'm gonna have an amazing time regardless. And like I've done so much work these past couple of years, so much work. Like recovery is a flipping full-time job. Like, you know, I think I just deserve to get away and just do something that I really want to do, and that's snowboarding. So yeah, so I've got about 2 months to prepare myself for that. And realistically, physically, I'm probably not going to be ready, but you know, yeah, we'll see. You know, I'm feeling confident about it, and like I just love mountains anyway. So like if I can just go there and just see the mountains, and you know, even if like I wasn't able to do as much as I wanted, then it's still going to be amazing. But we'll see. So that's pretty much everything for my October recap. Pretty sure I went over the 10 minutes, but I'll try better next month. So I'm gonna be putting out a video probably like this week or next week all about saunas. Saunas have been like massive in my recovery, detoxing, relaxing and all that. So that's gonna come out soon. And also I just wanted to say thank you so much for all the lovely messages that I got on my video, because I was so nervous putting it out. To see so many people say that they enjoyed it was just so lovely. I did get a couple of messages about the music in my videos being really difficult to concentrate on the talking with it. So I am gonna re-export them without the music and make a separate playlist. So I'm gonna get around to that at some point, because I understand that. But yeah, that's everything for this video, and thank you so much for watching, and thank you if you've already subscribed to the channel, and yeah, thank you and goodbye.